So to help us along the way, I'm joined by two of my favorite auctioneers in the world, Kevin Joyce and Jeff Stokes. Take it away, guys.
Oh, thank you, Patty.
I'm
Jeff Stokes, and I'm a pleasure to be here alongside Kevin Joyce for you and another Tuxes and Tales, raising virtual funds for Seattle Humane and the animals we serve.
It is great to be back with all of you this evening. We've got an incredible full program in store for you. Seattle Humane's mission, as you all know, is to save lives and complete families. And together this evening, we're going to raise enough funds to touch the lives of 2,000 pets and 2,000 families. How about that?
Oh, let's do it. Now, this is a two-gadget event, which means you can bid on your handheld device or smartphone or telephone and watch the program on your computer. So we suggest watching computer, bidding on your phone. So if you haven't already logged into your mobile bidding site, please do so. There's a link to within the comments below the screen here. If you are having any trouble, don't be afraid to email tuxes@seattlehumane.org.
Now, we have 5 packages in this section that are open for bidding right now. We'll be closing them 2 or 3 packages at a time. There's only 5, so Stay tuned and stay with us to be sure you don't miss out. But for now, I understand we have some special guests. Patty, is that right?
That's absolutely right. And what could be more special than some of our wonderful adoptable pets and their foster parents? If you have an interest in adopting any of these pets, like I do, I'm in the market right now. You can apply at seattlehumane.org. Please watch this.
Well, Kevin, we're having a few technical challenges,
Jeff,
but we'll work through it just
Well,
fine.
that could be okay, but you can picture in your mind these wonderful animals and their foster parents and how much they're bonding with them, but that's not going to be their real home. They're looking for you. And so we're asking you to take part and adopt one of these wonderful pets.
And
each of those animals is available for adoption. If you'd like to inquire or apply to adopt, you can do so at seattlehumane.org. So let's give them all some loving homes. And now let's get back to our cocktail auction.
Yeah, let's go back up and talk about that just for 1 second.
Yeah.
You know, we have 3 packages, don't we, Jeff?
Yes, we sure do. And those first 3 packages we've closed in just a few minutes, Kevin. And to be compliant with the Washington State Liquor Control Board, we are going to be closing these 3 items live well, very soon to be sure. So make sure to pay attention and get your bids in now. Patty, can you remind us of what we're about ready to bid on?
Yes, item number 1 is an instant wine cellar A. There are over 60 bottles in this collection. It's valued at more than $3,100, and it will be a great addition to anybody's wine cellar. Don't you think, gentlemen?
I do. It's a collection that includes wines from the Betts Family Winery, from Raymond Useglio and Phil's Chateauneuf de Pape, the Lil Cellar, all these things. $3,106 is the market value. We're not seeing any current bids on that right now. So remember, this item is going to close in 3 minutes. So get your bids on there right now.
So Kevin, tell you what, let's do. Let's encourage connectivity. Let's go back to that first item. Let's see if all of our friends out there might join us in making these bids count. With 60 bottles of premium reds and white bottles of wine, Patty, I think they should be bidding on this item.
Chateauneuf de Pape? Yes, absolutely.
With a word like that, how could we miss it? Let's go and tell them about item number 2.
The Instant Wine Cellar B. It's nearly identical to Instant Wine Cellar A in quantity and in value of bottles. So come on, guys, let's bid. You're here for the wine auction.
Once again, I'm going to say those words, Patty, because there is a Betts Family Winery, Raymond Useglio and Phil's Chateauneuf de Pape, Mateo Wines, DeLille Cellars. This one does have a high bidder right now. Who is it?
Oh, it sure it is. We have the Peterson family bidding. Beth and Ronald are our opening bid. They're sitting in the lead spot at $775. So let's get this party started. Let's support Seattle Humane. Take out that mobile bidding device and let's outbid Beth and Ronald at the $775 level, if you would.
Exactly. Patty, what is number 3?
Because we're talking about a value of over $3,100. So that's just a steal.
Right.
Item number 3 is the board wine lot. And that means that all the personal sellers of the board, they've kicked in for this, the whole Seattle Humane Board of Directors. And that's 1 million people. I know we have some impressive collectors on the board, so this is a great one to get. Let's start.
Yeah.
Those 3 items are available right now, and we are going to keep those open until we get the bids going. Keep those bids open right now. That's how you do it. You go to the mobile bid site, and all you do is click the Start Bidding button. All of you who are with us on this cocktail party will be registered in this program. So you just go to the items we've just introduced, items 1, 2, and 3.
And Kevin, what I like about the 3rd item is that's given by our board. And I think there's a lot of backstories. When our board member gives a chosen bottle of wine, there's normally a purpose or reason why they chose that bottle.
Exactly.
So when you get this board wine lot, I think you'll find you'll have a lot of ways to connect with board members on what made it special.
And you can just imagine a couple. One of them is on the board and they're saying, honey, I want to give this wine. And they're saying, no, not that one. Give this one. They say, no, not that one. Give this one. People have their favorite bottles of wine, of course. And this is incredible opportunity in these items right now. We're going to keep this open.
Yep, we
Patty, that's the end of our first group descriptions. Let's just keep this open right now and talk about this next group.
All right. I just was thinking about the board because you know that whatever's in their wine cellar is going to be good. So item number 4 is 2021 A New Hope. And this package gives you so many good things to look forward to in the new year. Don't we need that? From your morning coffee to a monthly date night. Let's go with item number 4.
It's called A Cheery Start in 2021. It's got a $3,800 value, but there is a bid in there right now. Ivy Lim has it at $960, which is a good steal right now. We have one other item in our second lot, Jet.
Thank you, Ivy. I'd encourage others. Let's talk about the next thought, and if we would, and I believe that's item number 5.
It is. What do you have, Patty?
Make it a double. Now, those are for those whiskey lovers among us. This is the package you've been waiting for. 3 different distilleries are kicking into this. Let's go for whiskey lovers. Bottoms up. Item number 5.
We have to tell you that the Henry McKenna 10-year single barrel bourbon and a 1792 full proof from the Sazerac are rare finds and almost impossible to purchase. Jeff, we have a lot of bidding going on in this one.
Look at the board light up. Kelly Whitman, thank you. Lisa bid. Kelly bid again. Michael Levy, come on in there. Kelly came in again. Look at Kelly has bid 3 times. Well done, Kelly.
What I know about Tuxes and Tails is that people go a little bonkers on some of the items that they truly love, and there's healthy competition going on right now. We have Bill Adamucci at the high bid of $725, but I have a feeling Lisa, Kelly, or Michael is going to
I'm betting on Kelly Whitman. I believe that Kelly Whitman's going to bid $775 at a moment's notice. I was wrong.
No, it was Michael Levy who just went up right now. Let's go back to item number 1 and see how the bidding, see if anyone is leapt in there. Oh, I think we do have some bidding.
Oh, we got some good action here. Okay. Item number 1 is at the going back to the top. Is this the one?
This is it, Jeff. This is item number 1.
This is the 6th.
This is one that has the Chateau Nude pop.
Nice.
I have to say that over and over again.
Oh, it sounds so nice too. Well, just moments ago we had very limited bidding. You folks are coming to the aid of Seattle Humane.
Amy.
Amy's at the top. Amy Sarakas, thank you. She's sitting at $13.95. The Bell family was in 2nd place, and Julianne Ross was in 3rd, but that's going to change as we speak to it,
there
Kevin.
It is right there. Teresa Smith just came in at a higher bid. Let's go to item number 2 and see how to do it. We're going to give you guys about 3 minutes to bid on all of these items. Item number 2, the Petersons and Roanne Selinger are competing heavily for this one.
Oh, they sure are. Beth and Ronald, you bid $775. Roanne came in at $1,085, and then here come Beth and Ronald again at $13.95.
Jeff, you know what bottle of wine is in this collection, don't you?
No, tell me, please.
Chateau Neuf de Pop.
Oh, I love the way you say that. Can you say that one more time?
Chateau Neuf de Pop.
Oh, gosh, it gets better.
Let's go on to item 3 and see how we're doing on item number 3.
Let's do it.
There we go. Colleen and Jeffrey Bell have this selection created by the board of directors. Now, it's a $3,000 value, and Colleen and Jeff currently have it at $1,000. Again, about 2 minutes left, folks, in all 5 of these items. What's happening with 4?
Let's go to scroll down to number 4 and let's take a peek at what we have. Okay, we had an opening bid from Ivy Lim and she bid $965. Then Mindy Fisher came in, she bid $1,350, and then Leanne Weber sits in our lead position at $1,735.
Do you think Ivy or Mindy, are either of them upset right now?
Oh no, because they're going to bid again.
Oh, they are.
They're not done, Kevin.
No, they're not.
No, they're coming quickly. Trust
Show
me.
us the next item, please.
Okay.
We're looking at a screen. It's exciting. You guys are bidding right crazy right now. Oh, this is the whiskey.
Hillary, that's a big one.
Patty, you probably know a lot of these bidders. Jeff, talk about this experience, because it's got a lot of bidding.
I tell you, it says market value of $490, but we love our board a whole lot more than that, and we're showing it.
And we love the experience of drinking whiskey with people.
Right, and
Sandy and Sean.
We got Bill, Michael, Kelly, and Bill came in again. Kelly Whitman came in, and now at the top spot we got Sandy and Sean Heffernan.
Okay, there's a minute less, about a minute left for these items. Maybe it'll be a longish.
Bill just outbid Sandy and Sean.
My gosh.
All right, Bill Adam Ducci, well done.
Show us the current bidding on item number 5. Oh no, did we just do item number 5? Let's go back to number 1 quickly. Bill Adamucci is on that one too. Item number 1. Great. We're on 1. This is 1.
Pop.
Yeah, I know the Chateau Neuf de Pop. Of course it has that. Bid it's still Amy Sorokas. Is that how you pronounce that name? I hope so. These events are really perfect opportunities to mispronounce people's names.
Oh, it's great. You know, we're
Chateau Neuf de Pop,
and
I'm nailing that one.
you're doing good on that one. But and if we mispronounce names, we apologize. We're certainly having a spirit of fun, so let's do our best.
We're going to give you a quick review of each of these items, and then we're going to close them out. This is number 1. Amy's got the top bid at $2,000.
She's at 2015. Teresa Smith, come back in again if you like.
What's
that?
number 2?
Is item number 1. Item number 2 is
Dr. William Henry Raleigh's got it, just undervalued at $2,325.
Okay, come on, Teresa Smith and Peter Segal, come back in there if you would.
Let's go to item number 3.
Item 3, we have the third place was Colleen and Jeffrey Bell. We had Kelly Whitman in second spot, and now leading this is Linda Silsby. Well done, Linda.
She's got it at $1,600. That's half of the value. Okay, let's look at 4. Okay,
and at 4, we got Ivy and Mindy, Leanne Weber,
and now
Teresa Smith sitting in the lead at $2,100.
$2,120.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the final item.
And that is?
Oh my gosh, Jeff, look at this one.
There's a lot of action on this.
This is exciting.
Item. Yeah,
Sandy and Sean Heffernan have come in. They've done 2 bids. They've taken it at the top value of $1,125. Okay.
Oh, this is fun.
Now, I said a minute before, but I'm going to give them now. I mean it. 60 seconds left.
60 seconds. Let's make it happen.
Whatever item you're bidding on. I know, Patty's doing the Jeopardy theme song. We're going to whip through them once at a time. 1 is a $3,100 value. Amy's got it at $2,000. Number 2
is going to be Dr. William Henry Raleigh sitting in the lead spot with Teresa Smith in second.
45 seconds left. Number 3.
We have in second Kelly Whitman. In the lead is Linda Silsby.
4th.
Number 4 is Teresa Smith in second with Roanne Sellinger in the top spot.
They're still undervalued. And number 5, who's got
number 5? We got
Dr. Darren Moffat. Look, he's come in higher than that.
Oh, and that's the first time Mr. Darren has bid. So well done, Darren Moffat.
This is 30 seconds left. We have Darren Moffat auto bid versus Bill Adamucci. It went higher because Darren has put an automatic bid in there. That's brilliant. So here's the last 30 seconds.
Okay.
Number 1 currently has Amy again at $2,000. Number 2 currently has
got Dr. William Raleigh in the lead spot.
Number 3 currently has Linda Silsby in the lead spot. Number 4
has got Roanne Sellinger at $2,505 in the lead.
And number 5, again, Dr. Darren Moffat. Here we go with our countdown.
Oh, there we are. Shall we do it from 10?
Or 15, maybe.
Let's do 15.
15.
All right. 14.
I totally know how to count. 13.
Now it's 12.
Let's let Patty go.
A 10, a 9,
yeah,
a 10, a 9,
a 10,
8, a 7, a 6, a 7,
yes,
a 6, a 5, a 4, a 3, 2,
done.
We're done. These items are closed, ladies and gentlemen. Very exciting. Hey, we do want to apologize for the technical glitch we had earlier when we were going to show you the foster pets, but you all know that there are so many available for for you to adopt. And we hope you do. We hope you connect with Seattle Humane and adopt those pets. We have a program that's coming up in a few minutes. We're going to start on the YouTube version. You all have gotten a link to that. Isn't that right, Jeff?
That is right. And within our next hour, which begins about 15 minutes, we have 6 cocktail packages that will be sold.
These are already sold. The 6 ones, may be sold. This go down a little bit. We're looking at a teleprompter. That's
We have 11 items.
Ah, I see. We actually have 11. We had 6, but we still have 11 items within our live auction that is forthcoming. Bidding has been open on the live auction for a week now. So hopefully you've perused them, you bid on them, and so on throughout this last week. So the live auction will close live between 5 and 6 p.m. So be sure to stay tuned so you don't miss any opportunities to win any of these great packages.
Let's let everybody know who ended up getting these packages.
Let's do it.
Number one, the wine. Patty, we're going to let everybody know, all right, who won these packages.
Oh, good.
Here we go. Item number 1, which is the great wine seller, Amy Sorokas, got that.
She sure did, and she helped us with a $2,000 and $15,000 bid. Congratulations, Amy.
Item number 2.
And this was won by Dr. William Henry Raleigh, and he graciously purchases for $2,325.
And item number 3 was purchased by Kelly Whitman at $1,900. Screamin' deal, Kelly. 4.
And this was purchased by Roanne Sellinger, and she bid $2,500.
That's a good deal, too. And the 5th one, the most exciting one,
right?
Casey Christie came in at the last minute and outbid Mr. Darren Moffat and took this beautiful whiskey package away at $1,475.
And why wouldn't you?
So we want to say thank you to all of you, Casey, Linda, all of you for these incredible bids, last minute or bidding all through. And these were some great, fantastic whiskey and wine packages. I got to say, for those of you joining us on Zoom, you're going to watch the rest of the program on YouTube, I believe, or Facebook Live. But before we continue on with our evening program, we want to say a huge thank you to our corporate sponsors. Let's hear it for a big virtual screen for Susan Mallory, for Mud Bay, for VCA, for Jago, Family Dentistry, for Med Spa at Pro Medical, for ATS Inc., for Boston Consulting Group, for Performance Dimensions Group, for Columbia Bank, for Helso Fetterman, and for Private Ocean. We could not do this without you, and we know that.
Patty, guess what?
At 5 o'clock sharp at the main event for tonight's Tuxes and Tales, right exactly at 5, we're going to start. So be there with us. We need you.
Guess what, Patty?
What?
We can show that video now.
We are.
We've recovered
it. Lovely. And then we'll come back and say, see us at 5. Let's roll the video.
Over the past few months, the conversations at Seattle Humane have really started to change.
Overnight, we had to figure out a new and better way to care for animals and care for the community.
We decided that what we needed to do was get as many animals as we could out to foster and kind of shift our focus from primarily in-shelter services to external services.
We were very lucky to have a big group of foster families that were able to really help us kind of pivot very quickly to what we were doing, to moving things off-site.
With so many people being more willing and capable of fostering, we've been able to send far more animals out to foster than we normally would be able to.
I think getting them out to foster homes and pivoting the way that we get them adopted really shows that the best place for animals isn't always in a physical shelter.
We are a state-of-the-art facility, but we are also a shelter. We're still a shelter. Now these pets are placed into foster homes, and we are able to have a better picture of who they are.
Even if we get back to a more normal time where we have more animals coming through the physical shelter, I think none of us are going to want to go back to a shelter that's full of animals. Because we know that they're doing better if they're in a foster home, and we can still get them adopted from foster. From a veterinary standpoint, we have started offering emergency services.
Historically, if someone contacted us because their animal was facing a medical emergency, the only option that we had at Seattle Humane was to offer them a surrender for treatment. And it wasn't because of Seattle Humane's policies, it was because of state law. So just this past year, that's changed with the Practice Act. As we start to see more and more folks turn to us for needing this assistance, Our team has just really stepped up to help keep pets with their families.
That's what we really want to be, is the safety net, and then help preserve those families and the human animal bond where it already exists.
We wanted to get ahead of what we're sure is to come, which is many folks having to surrender their pets due to economic hardship. We knew that our pet food bank was a service that we could not stop. What started as a group effort to provide pet food to our community, what that's led to are these amazing conversations about how we can all continue working together to build fuller safety nets for pet owners in our area.
All of the new connections that are developing between all of the teams, the new ways that we have to, work with each other, has been really beneficial.
The innovation and ingenuity of our staff in every one of our departments has been exciting and awe-inspiring. So many of the new programs and protocols developed during this time will continue into the future, even after the pandemic is behind us.
This has allowed us to really rethink how we approach animal sheltering, animal welfare, rehoming of animals, rehabilitation of animals.
The goal is still the same, just the way that we're reaching it has changed.
We are a stronger community because of so much selflessness and support. Thank you from all of us for all that you do.
Yes, yes, yes. A big thank you. And that really concludes the cocktail hour.
It does,
Well,
Patty.
And then we will be back at 5 o'clock sharp, which is 10 minutes from now. And we will explain this beautiful drawing.
We will. And we want to tell them one thing too, Patty.
Yeah, hold on one second, Patty. We are going to go back to the sponsors video because we have nine more minutes. You know, we couldn't do this without our sponsorships. And Patty already mentioned them to you, but let's go to the video at this time.
And remember, folks, at 5 o'clock, you can watch us on YouTube. It's youtube.com/Seattle Humane Society. So let's check out these sponsors and we'll see you at 5.
Susan Mallory, Mud Bay, BCA, Jago Family Chemistry, Med Spa from ATS Inc.
Here's Patty.
Hi, I am Patty Payne, longtime radio gal, columnist, and huge supporter of Seattle Humane, and wanting to welcome every single one of you to the final Tuxes and Tails for this season. We've been going on for weeks with t-shirts and tails, and now it's Tuxes and Tails, and we just got done with a cocktail party for Tuxes and Tails, and now we're in to the real McCoy. So I want to welcome all of you wild and crazy animal fans out there. I see you out there, and I have a list of the people that I know are out there that I just want to say I love you and thank you for joining us too. Most of all, my daughters, Lee Keller and Jill Whitmore, wild animal lovers. Jeannie and Bruce Nordstrom, I see you out there. Thank you. Chris and Jim Warjohn, thank you. Chris Warjohn is the artist who painted this beautiful picture of Pepper Payne when she passed. And there's a room at Seattle Humane that is dedicated to Pepper. And now I just lost my wonderful Angel, my Boston Terrier. You know, sure, there will be a picture for her as well. My brother John Payne and Carrie Payne. Did I say Michelle and Steve Barnett? And did I say Marco Wichter and Freya? Absolutely. And I want to thank every single one of you for being here with us tonight. So tonight we're so thrilled because this is the virtual Tuxes and Tails first ever. And we know that you're going to bear with us through any technical glitches that we might have, hopefully not. This evening we will be raising essential funds, glitches and all together to save lives, to complete families and to keep families together. So we want to thank you all again to join us in this most important work. First things first, the event will require 2 devices. One is for bidding, and generally that's your telephone, and the other is for watching, your iPad or whatever you're on, your smart TV. And in order to bid or donate, you'll need to be on the mobile bidding site. So if you have not already logged into it, please do. You are having any trouble, then just email us right now at tuxes@seattlehumane.org, and somebody will get on it right away to help you. That's tuxes@seattlehumane.org. Now, to begin our program this evening, it's my pleasure to introduce our 2 co-chairs tonight, John Wenstrup and Mary Snap.
Hello and good evening to our Seattle Humane community, our supporters, and our new friends, and welcome to Tuxes and Tails 2020. I'm John Wenstrup, the board chair of Seattle Humane, and along with Mary Snap, tonight's co-chair. Now, obviously tonight's socially distanced, still a celebration. You're joining us from homes scattered across the Puget Sound region, and some of you even further away. That alone makes tonight's Tuxes and Tails quite different. But every cloud has a silver lining, and this one perhaps might be the pet sitting next to you on the couch, joining their first Tuxes and Tails. This alone could make Tuxes and Tails very special for you. But virtual or not, the truth is we're all still together. We're together tonight to support the animals and Seattle Humane's mission, which is saving lives, completing families, and especially now in 2020, keeping our furry and human families together. Some of you may be new to Tuxes and Tails and attending for the first time. Welcome. We're so glad you're here for Seattle Humane's most important fundraiser of the year. So tonight, we have a full and fun evening planned. As always, you'll learn a lot about what we have going on at the shelter and the challenges of 2020, which, as you can imagine, have been considerable. But we'll also share how the staff has overcome them, which is a great story. You're going to hear a lot about some exciting new programs as well that are having real impact every single day in our communities. Thank you so much for your support this evening.
Hi, everybody. Greetings. My name is Mary Snap, and I am co-chair of Tuxes and Tails 2020. It's so great to see so many names and familiar names as I listen to the people who've been already. We're here at the Hyatt Regency Ballroom in a room that in any other year would be filled with hundreds of our friends and neighbors, all members of our wonderful animal-loving community. And we're here to support the successes of Seattle Humane and support its life-saving work, whether in person or virtual. We're so very proud to be part of this fundraiser. And we hope that you will give generously when you see the important work going on, the compassion and care that each animal receives at Seattle Humane as they wait for a new home. I've actually seen that myself over the years as I have adopted a dozen, maybe 2 dozen or 3 dozen cats from the Seattle Humane over the last 3 decades. And you'll also see how the compassion and care extends to local families as well, who struggle to keep their pets safe and healthy in the midst of a pandemic. We cannot do this work without you. Your support for this evening will help make a difference for thousands of animals and the families who love them over the next year. Tonight, together, we can save lives. Now, it's going to be an amazing evening of fun auction, yay. And again, we're just so happy that you can join us. One of my favorite auction items is up again. A couple of years ago, I was the winning bidder. I had the opportunity to join Seattle Humane and Washington State University students from the veterinary medicine. It was a blast. So keep that one in mind. But now grab your favorite beverage, give your cat a head scratch, give your dog a belly rub, and have fun. And we'll see you after the auction. Back to you, Patty.
Thank you, Mary, and thank you, John. Mary, I never thought of you as our
Over the
cat
past
lady.
few
I've got cats all around me here, all from Seattle Humane. And I'm so happy, again, to welcome you all. And I called some of you out, but I neglected to call out a very special person to us, Patty Barrier and Jimmy Barrier. We love you. And Howard and Lynn Bihar. We love you and we're so glad you're here. And we know you are all surrounded by your furry babies. 2020 has been a very interesting year. I like to use that word because it really paints it any way you want to look at it. Interesting, sure, and we've all had to adjust to the dynamics in any way that we possibly can. Technology, wearing work attire on top of pajamas on the bottom. We're all dressed in our finery. I have my tuxes on the top, and I'm not telling you what's on the bottom. But this has also been a time for innovation and a true test of our adaptability. Seattle Humane has miraculously navigated through the changes and the demands of this pandemic, and the result has allowed Seattle Humane to expand its life-saving reach and its impact in the community. To tell us more about this life-saving work, let's go to Paula Littlewood. She's Seattle Humane's interim chief executive officer. Paula.
Thanks so much, Patty. And hello to everybody this evening. We sure miss you here at the Hyatt, but we look forward to next year when everybody will be here in 2021. As the interim CEO, it's been really exciting to learn about a community that has so much support and so much enthusiasm for what we do, particularly at a time when we've been having to turn challenges into opportunities every day, every week, every month. We started 2020 excited to save more lives and complete more families. We were armed with a new budget with bold leadership from our board to seek an initiative and invest in community medicine outreach. I can tell you that as the pandemic has unfolded, we have come to realize how important this community medicine outreach is and is going to be. We had to move pretty quickly as the pandemic unfolded, so I'll give you a little picture of what life was like for us at the shelter. We moved the animals out. That was our first job, to get them all into foster. We knew that if we had a positive case of COVID on the campus, we would have to go to a complete shutdown. So our first priority was to make sure that the animals were safe and that our staff was safe. Next, we took our PPP and we donated it to human life-saving efforts, because we knew in the short term we probably would be closing down our medical facilities. Next came the job of figuring out, now that we had all these animals in foster, how could we get them into adoptive homes? We know that the most important place for a pet is in their home. So we came up with new initiatives that would be consistent with COVID protocols. We had contactless adoptions where people could come curbside and pick up their animals. We learned how we could get foster animals to work directly with adoptive families. It was exciting. The innovation, the ingenuity of this community, this staff, our volunteers, our board, our donors, has been unparalleled. We moved to doing telemedicine, something we'd thought about for a long time that became even more critical. And then we realized that we had to figure out how to support those in the community to keep their animals. In an exciting regional partnership with many of our partner shelters, we have given out over 134,000 pounds of food and pet supplies to families. And back at the shelter with our own pet food bank, we have given out over 75,000 pounds of food. It's not over yet, and the ingenuity continues. A couple of initiatives that we're working on right now is we realize that many families may be facing housing insecurity in the coming months. We're working to figure out how we can do temporary fostering. A fostering situation that might only last 90 days while a family can get themselves back on their feet. And stay tuned for some online dog training courses that will be coming. I can't stress enough the ingenuity and the innovation of the staff and the support of all of you, our board, our volunteers, and our donors. Thank you so, so much. But enough from me. Let's turn to our first video of the night and hear from our staff in their own words about the various initiatives that we've implemented. Thank you again for being with us here tonight.
Over the past few months, the conversations at Seattle Humane have really started to change.
Overnight, we had to figure out a new and better way to care for animals and care for the community.
We decided that what we needed to do was get as many animals as we could out to foster and kind of shift our focus from primarily in-shelter services to external services.
We were very lucky to have a big group of foster families that were able to really help us kind of pivot very quickly to what we were doing to moving things off-site.
With so many people being more willing and capable of fostering, we've been able to send far more animals out to foster than we normally would be able to.
I think getting them out to foster homes and pivoting the way that we get them adopted really shows that the best place for animals isn't always in a physical shelter.
We are a state-of-the-art facility, but we are also a shelter. We're still a shelter. Now these pets are placed into foster homes, and we are able to have a better picture of who they are.
Even if we get back to a more normal time where we have more animals coming through the physical shelter, I think none of us are going to want to go back to a shelter that's full of animals. Because we know that they're doing better if they're in a foster home, and we can still get them adopted from foster. From a veterinary standpoint, we have started offering emergency services.
Historically, if someone contacted us because their animal was facing a medical emergency, the only option that we had at Seattle Humane was to offer them a surrender for treatment. And it wasn't because of Seattle Humane's policies, it was because of state law. So just this past year, that's changed with the Practice Act. As we start to see more and more folks turn to us for needing this assistance, our team has just really stepped up to help keep pets with their families.
That's what we really want to be, is the safety net, and then help preserve those families and the human-animal bond where it already exists.
We wanted to get ahead of what we're sure is to come, which is many folks having to surrender their pets due to economic hardship. We knew that our pet food bank was a service that we could not stop. What started as a group effort to provide pet food to our community, what that's led to are these amazing conversations about how we can all continue working together to build fuller safety nets for pet owners in our area.
All of the new connections that are developing between all of the teams, the new ways that we have to, work with each other, has been really beneficial.
The innovation and ingenuity of our staff in every one of our departments has been exciting and awe-inspiring. So many of the new programs and protocols developed during this time will continue into the future, even after the pandemic is behind us.
This has allowed us to really rethink how we approach animal sheltering, animal welfare, rehoming of animals, rehabilitation of animals.
The goal is still the same, just the way that we're reaching it has changed.
We are a stronger community because of so much selflessness and support. Thank you from all of us for all that you do.
Ah, it just melts my heart to see those animals. I want to take them all. I want to get them all and sign up for everybody. And I'm sure you feel that way. We have hundreds and hundreds of you out there today watching us right now. We're so thrilled to have every one of you here. Were you with us for T-shirts and tails leading up to this over the last few months? We raised money through T-shirts and tails all over the summer, and that's helped us sustain Seattle Humane's work through this pandemic. So thank you for that. The funds we raise tonight will support continued growth for the programs that allow Seattle Humane to do its amazing work. And to help us get those funds from you tonight and to encourage you to really push this over the top, which I know we can do, are two of my favorite auctioneers in the world. And I'm going to give them a big here's Jeff Stokes and Kevin Joyce.
That's so nice. We got an intro like that.
We sure are. Thank you, Patty, for that intro. My name is Jeff, and this is Kevin. And it is my pleasure to be here once again for another Tuxes and Tails event, helping raise essential funds that saves lives. And this is a two-device event. What we'd suggest you do is take out your cell phone and use that as your bidding device. And then take your computer and use that as a play to watch and follow along. So you might have a little better luck by using the two devices. So we have a tremendous goal this evening, and we hope that you will join us in showing your support for pets in need.
I'm Kevin, and this is Jeff. He said that, so I felt like I had to. Kevin Joyce, and be sure that second device, the bidding is, the website rather, is seattleh2020.ggo.bid. I'm sure you have gotten that many, many times. So I am delighted to be with you all again. I have done this event in the past. I've worked with both Patty and Jeff for many, many years, and I am a Seattle Humane alum. I have a 130-pounder at home. We thought it was a Border Collie, and he just kept growing, and he had huge paws, which we should have noticed, and he's a Great Dane. I'm proud to be part of this very, very significant fundraiser to help brighten the futures of thousands of pets and the families that love them, just like my family and my beloved dog. Our goal this evening, which I know we can reach together, is to raise enough funds to impact 2,000 precious lives, 2,000 precious families. Normally I'd tell you to raise your paddles high, but tonight Jeff and I are going to ask you to flex your thumbs and give big. We can do this.
Oh, we sure are. We have 11 incredible packages forthcoming. And can't you agree, Kevin, that COVID-19 has challenged some of us, but you know the gift of it's been? We spent more time with our four-legged friends than ever before.
So much time with our four-legged friends.
So much more time. It's been wonderful.
Patty, same as you, right?
Right?
Never enough.
Never enough.
Never enough.
True.
So let's get back to the auction. Again, we have 11 incredible packages wanting to be won during our live auction. And these are opportunities to give. So then we'll come to Fund a Need, which you can give at any level or multiple of such. We will be closing these auction packages in groups of 3 or 4.
Groups of 3 or 4.
3 or 4 this evening. So please pay attention to make sure you don't miss your chance to get your bids in. You can also set a maximum bid on your mobile device.
You don't even have to worry about it if you don't want to.
There you go. Just put in your high bid and let the computer do the work for you. Regardless, any way you choose to bid will be helping us here at Seattle Humane. So the first group of packages will be closing in just a few minutes. Patty, can you tell us more about this first group of packages? First group of items.
Items 1 through 3, and they'll be sold in this group very quickly. So we close them out very fast. It's different than when we're all together and in person. So hang on, because here we go. Watch those bids. Item number 1 is your pet's name in a book. Your pet will be immortalized in the written word by New York Times bestselling novelist Elizabeth George. Your pet will be a character in one of her popular mystery novels.
This
I
item
would love to start the bidding at $500 for that.
But the bidding is all well above $500, Patty. We are already at $3,500. Some very exciting bidding by Emily Klein, and Alexis Wenstrup is also in there. So let's hear, again, we're going to close all these down in about 3 minutes, a little less. Let's hear what item number 2 is.
Item number 2 is a Los Angeles VIP trip that includes airfare, a hotel stay, dinner at Rossa Bleu, and a private tour of the Vanderpump Dogs hangout. That should be lots of fun. That's item 2.
I think we're all about ready for a trip, a little getaway to Los Angeles. Let's see what happened here. We opened a bidding of $1,250. Miss Maria Bridge, thank you for getting us started. Look at Emily Klein's name pops up. Then we have Noel Dockstader that come in at $1,700. Then we had Maria back in again at $2,000.
Right.
And now Noel leads at $2,250.
That's
Kevin.
where that one is. You can have a couple minutes left to bid on number 1, number 2, and this one you have a long time to go to LA travel-wise. Let's hear item number 3, Patty.
Item number 3 is dinner for 8 at Carmine's in Bellevue. We all love Carmine's, and the one in Bellevue is outstanding. Your party will be treated to a Tuscan-themed multi-course dinner with wine pairings and a private performance by award-winning flamenco guitarist Andre Ferriante. That's dinner for 8 at Carmine's, item 3.
And this is valued at $8,000 because of the quality of this restaurant, the quality of the experience, the sense of having a professional musician perform for you. And we have some great bidding already happening. Patty Barriere and Beth McCaw are up there. We have a high bidder right now at $3,300. Those 3 items, we're going to give you about 2 minutes left to bid on them. Let's see if anything has happened with item number 1.
Let's go back to the top.
Emily
Let's
Klein's
review
still there.
item number 1, shall we?
So $3,500.
Oh, hey, and let's just talk about the grace of Miss Emily Klein. Not only was she the $1,500 bidder, the 2 and the $2,250, she was the $2,750, the 3, the $3,250, and $35, and that shows her spirit, right?
That does.
That's a spirit. That's
That
a good
says,
spirit of heart.
Not
there.
only am I committed to giving this, but I'm committed to giving to Seattle Humane because it matters so much. Alexis, we will remind you that you can bid higher than that.
Right.
About less than 2 minutes left. Let's see what's happening with 2 again.
I want to just say that item number 1 was your pet's name in a book.
Pet's name in the book. Thank you.
Okay.
And Patty,
Item-
what's 2?
Item number 2 is the LA VIP trip. How are we doing on those Vanderpump Dogs?
Well, the Vanderpump Dogs are doing great. We had an open bid at $1,250 for Maria Bridge. Then Emily Klein came at $1,500. Noel bid $1,750, and Maria came back at $2,000. Now we're at the top spot at $2,250, and that is Noel Dockstader, and she's the lead at $2,250.
We want to see those bids coming in because there's only about 90 seconds left in those 2 plus number 3, which is what, Patty?
That's dinner for 8 at Carmine's, and that's still fabulous in Bellevue. Let's go for that one.
About
Okay.
75 seconds left. Beth McCaw has this one right here at $3,300, Jeff. What, 60 seconds left?
60 seconds left is right. We got $3,300 bid. I imagine the next bid will be what 3,800 or 9? I can't see your computer, so make that bid and make it count. Let's get these items to support Seattle Humane.
Exactly. We have this incredible crew of people that are helping us. They're all masked, incredible sanitation. Jeff and I are obviously 6 feet apart. It's so important that we do this work right now. We have like 45 seconds left for those 3 items. We're going to refresh our screen and see how item number 1 is doing. Still Emily Klein. How is number 2 doing? We still have Noel Dockstader. We want to see those bids coming in, ladies and gentlemen. And number 3 is Beth McCaw at the $3,300 level. About 30 seconds left for these first items. Do we have people bidding
About
like
30
crazy?
seconds, 25 seconds. Grab your bidding device, make that bidding count, because this is the one that matters. Here is the final stretch as we're heading down the backside to make your bid count.
Emily Klein, thank you so much for your generosity thus far in our last 20 seconds. Noel Dockstader, you're doing a great work right now. We want to see those bids coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, you know the website for the bidding. You'll be bidding on your phone and on the final item, which is the, there it is.
Carmine's.
Yes, the Carmine's trip, the Carmine's meal rather. We have Beth very much still. What's that? Say it again, Patty.
Trip to Bellevue for Carmine's.
I know, a trip to Bellevue. It's very exciting.
Well, the bidding is good, and I imagine we're right there, aren't we? Should we do our
10,
final 10 countdown?
9,
8,
7,
6,
5.
It's now 4.
Patty, give us the 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. We're closed out.
And those 3 items are closed right now. We have a bunch more coming up.
We sure do.
And are fun to need. Take us
Do
back,
you want
Patty.
to announce the winners of those items?
We do. We have Emily
do it.
Klein on item number 1. Thank you at your $3,500 bid. We have Noel Dockstader at a $2,250 for the second item in the trip to LA. And we have Beth McCaw at $3,300 for the meal at Carmine's.
So congratulations to all 3 of you for showing your support for Seattle Humane. And we got more opportunities coming, Patty. Tell us about the next opportunity.
Okay, again, congratulations to those first auction item winners. Thank you for bidding so generously. Now, not everybody can have an auction item tonight, but everybody can take part and it's totally tax deductible. So this part is so important. It's our fund a need, and it's to help support animals who desperately need your help. Animals like Ducky, get out the Kleenex, because you'll be seeing this in the Fund a Need video coming up shortly. Ducky was discovered at the edge of the woods. He was far from any sign of civilization. He was barely alive. He was emaciated. A man came upon him, and this dog was so weak, he couldn't even stand. His body was covered in sores. His fur was replaced with a painful rash. His rescuer called multiple rescue services, but Seattle Humane was the only one who said yes. The likelihood of this animal living was very slim, but the intake team gave it all they had. And the awaiting foster home stood up to help Ducky defy the odds. Ducky did defy the odds. He survived and he thrived and he found his family. Ducky is not unique. His story is played over and over for Seattle Humane. But through his story, we learn a little more about the life-saving work that every program does for these animals. And we learn about the many hands that touch these, loving hands that touch these amazing beings on a journey to a positive outcome. So please watch this video with me, and again, grab the Kleenex.
At Seattle Humane, many hands help lift up deserving animals on their journeys home.
Sometimes the first set of hands to touch an animal's life happens outside the shelter doors.
Sometimes animals are at death's door when they arrive at Seattle Humane.
Hands bandage damaged skin, nourish weak bodies.
Hands wipe away tears of joy when a pet defies the odds, taking their first steps.
And celebrate when they finally make their way home.
All of the hands working together at Seattle Humane make a difference for thousands of animals.
Saving lives and completing families.
Not just with food and shelter,
but with quality veterinary care.
Behavioral assessments and training.
providing companionship and enrichment.
Finding homes for each unique pet.
We ask you to lend a helping hand to pets in need.
Like Ducky,
Arnold,
Tigger,
Butch, Patch,
Coco, Millhouse,
Melissa,
and Rascal.
Your donation today will help us save and serve thousands of animals like these.
Seattle Humane's future is bright,
and it's in your hands.
Oh, I'm so sorry I cried.
Yes, I know. That's one of the things I love about you, Patty, is that you're so real, so present, so emotional. You know, it takes many hands to make a difference for each of these animals. Many hands, many programs, all working together to save lives, to complete families, to keep families together. One of the things that amazes me about this work, this organization, is that somehow dealing with our four-legged friends truly brings out our humanity. It's counterintuitive, but it's the truest thing I know. I feel no more great sense of love and compassion than I do when I'm in the presence of my beloved animals. If we were gathering together this evening, we'd be asking you to raise your hands for animals in need. Instead, I'm asking you to say yes. The life-saving work of Seattle Humane begins when they say yes to an animal in need. And your donation is what literally makes it possible. Your yes to Seattle Humane this evening is a yes for a life like Ducky's.
There are many opportunities tonight to say yes. We have several levels of support. So please give it a level or a multiple of levels that makes sense for you. As you can see, we already have some generous gifts that you see rolling on your screen ahead of you to get our ball rolling this evening. Patty?
Yes, we want to say a big warm thank you to Beth McCaw and Jan Bernier, to Chris and John Weber, and to two very generous anonymous donors, one for 100,000, one for 50,000. So that means that we're already 1/3 of the way to our funding goal for tonight. So gentlemen, let's push it over the top right now.
That's quite incredible. You know, we have a $100,000 anonymous gift this evening. Someone who started us off at $100,000. It's incredible. I'll invite anyone else who wants to join them right now at that $100,000 level. And right now, this is the time where we're asking you to give, open your hearts, be as generous as you possibly can.
And you know, it just feels like a moment when somebody in our room opts to give $100,000. Everybody would rise to their feet, clap and hoop and holler. So you know what, at home, why don't you put your hands together to say thank you for that graceful donation of $100,000. And
here's what $50,000 does. Just let's tell people.
Okay.
A gift at this level is going to support Seattle Humane's veterinary services. This is the part that touches the life of every animal that comes through the shelter. Do we have anyone wanting to give at $50,000? Right now, we're having gifts coming in so quickly right now. We want to thank John and Alexis Wenstrup for their incredibly generous gift.
Right.
Michelle and Kyle Pelton, and thank you so very much.
All the names are coming across the stream. Carmen Landry, thank you. Dr. William Raleigh, what a great gift you have given. Please don't think these are all $50,000 gifts, because that is not the case. They're just coming in at a level that you choose to give. But let's move to the $25,000 level, Patty, shall we?
Tell them what it does.
Please. And let's say that we're not precluding you from giving at the $100,000 level anytime during this, or at the $50,000 level, or at any level. So tell us what's in the $25,000 level.
Well, a
now.
$25,000 donation, your gift at this level will help support life-saving transfers, helping Seattle Humane rescue pets from overpopulated regions and natural disasters. If $25,000 is in your heart, go ahead and take that button and push that son of a gun and use that thumb.
Oh, and we want to thank Patty Barrier and for their incredibly generous donation. And Beth McCaw gave $85,000, ladies and gentlemen. How incredible. And Mr. Richard Ripley, thank you for your donation. Megan Nelson, these are all coming in right now. Tori Kanda, this is fantastic.
It absolutely is. I see Miss Patty Barrier on there as well. I see another anonymous donor. Patty, there's a lot of great names on that list that are all good friends of ours and yours as well.
Thank you, Lynn Manley, so much. Patty, this is amazing. You come to this event every year. This is the moment that feels so exciting and so sometimes deeply surprising.
It is. And all those people I called out before, and I told you I keep forgetting some, but I forgot Bonnie and Jim Town, who are so instrumental in helping this organization as well. So thank you for being there with us tonight. We thank you.
The gifts are coming in. We are at $648,000 towards our goal, ladies and gentlemen. I want to tell you what $15,000 does if you have the wherewithal to give that.
Right.
Your gift at this level will help pay for care, supplies, medications, and food for the animals in our foster homes. This is so critical and such an amazing part of what Seattle Humane does. And you heard about it with some of the presentations that were happening earlier. The foster home program is so critical right now. That's what $15,000 does. We just went over the $650.
We sure did. I see some names on here that need to be thanked. You already mentioned the great Warjohn family. Christine Warjohn, who painted Pepper behind you, is on the board. Yep, good Pepper. That's a great piece. We've got James E. Beard that made a great donation. We had Emily Keegan's gave. Miss Patty Barrier's name is on there. Julianne Ross, all of you. Let's move to the $10,000 level, please. Your gift at the $10,000 level will help support the spay and neuter program, ensuring that every animal within our shelters is altered prior to adoption. That's what $10,000 will do, Patty.
I want to tell you that Mary, the co-chair of this evening, just waved at me from her mask in the back of the room and said, I'm giving $15,000. That is incredible. That's incredible.
You, Mary.
So we're now at $652 towards our goal, ladies and gentlemen. Here's what $7,500 does. A gift at this level can help provide supplies and services to income quality pet owners all over King County. Imagine that. Imagine folks who are going through, and there are so many right now, financial hardship, job insecurity, housing insecurity, and they want and they need to keep their pets. Because guess what? In isolation and in a pandemic, what more soothes the heart and the soul than having an animal that loves you and is with you? $653,000. Thank you, Lisa Redberg. Thank you, Jessica Reed. Thank you, Whitney Knowlton. Thank you, Suanne Nagata. Thank you, Anthony Fernandez. How fantastic.
Gail Van Norman. I mean, all these wonderful names we all know and love. Thank you for your support, Seattle and Bellevue, and all of us here in the Puget Sound for supporting Seattle Humane.
We have some important information coming up, Jeff. Tell
You
about
have
the
more.
$5,000 level.
Oh, I'd like to. Okay, at $5,000, if you choose to make your donation here, your gift at this level will help support Seattle Humane's behavior team, providing care and training to fearful and reactive dogs. That's what $5,000 would do.
Yeah, and that's how we again bring out the humanity by helping beings who are traumatized. Now, at the $2,500 level, a level that, for example, Mr. Darren Moffat just gave at, we have gotten today an anonymous donor, and I know this is incredible, of $100,000 matching the $2,500 level. So if you were thinking of giving $1,000, if you've already given $5,000, we get 40 people to donate at $2,500. We have just made $200,000 thanks to a $100,000 match. So let's watch and see if there are any donors that come in at the $2,500 level. We see Mr. Darren Moffat, who's already given us the $2,500. Bill Adamucci just gave $5,000. Thank you very much. Oh, incredible. We're going to take 2 of those and use those towards the match. Scroll down a little bit. Let's see if we have $2,500 only.
Oh, there's all kinds of names at all different kinds of
Gail
levels.
A. Van Norman gave $2,500. James Beard gave $2,500. Thank you. Gina Myers gave $2,500.
Right.
Incredible. Keep going down. Yes. Laura Weeks gave $2,500.
Oh.
Lynn Manley gave $2,500. These.
We missed a $10,000 gift I saw from Elaine Coles that I don't think we mentioned yet. Right, Patty?
Well, we're not going to have the chance, unfortunately, to mention everybody's gift because so many are coming in. Please know if we don't mention it, it's not that we don't appreciate it. It's just that we can't keep up with them quickly enough. Ronald gave, Ronald Runyon gave a $2,500 gift as well. These are all going to this incredible $100,000 match. Thank you all so very much.
And look at Jeanette and William Adamucci gave it $10,000, $5,000. They gave about 4 or 5 different levels. Leanne Weber gave $10,000. There's a lot of people we know.
Mihoko Tanaka and Anthony Wright gave it the $10,000 level. Leanne Weber gave it the $10,000. We're going back up to the top to see what has happened recently at that $2,500 level. Thank you for taking us all the way back.
John Wenstrup gave $10,000.
Sue and Brad Borgman gave a $2,500 gift. This is amazing.
It surely is. So let's just ask this one more time. Every one of you that opts to give at the $2,500 level, that $2,500 donation turns into $5,000. So you're doubling your dollars and the leverage helping Seattle Humane. So
and of course,
let's make 40 happen.
For fundraisers like Jeff and me, this kind of thing is very, very exciting because we get to offer you guys who are being so generous a chance to double down. Now, 40 donors at $2,500, whether you gave early or are going to give now or going to give later, is going to be matched. But the board of directors, so hardworking, so generous, so many volunteer hours, has decided to do something truly remarkable. If $2,500 was a little bit out of your reach, they will match every single $1,000 donor.
Oh.
May I say something here?
Patty, say, who's that?
Princess Pumpkin from the Seattle Humane. She's arrested. One of many in this house. Princess Pumpkin and Freya Keller would like to go together and put in $1,000 for this.
Look at that. Every single $1,000 donor is matched. Let's see who's given $1,000. There's Barbara Miller, who's given $1,000. Daryl Fisk has given $1,000. How incredibly generous.
Oh, you already mentioned Daryl. We got a lot of other. Oh, here's another one. Suanne Nagata gave $1,000, as you can see.
Let's have $1,000 coming in all over the place, ladies and gentlemen. We're scrolling through and I'm saying, oh, a $3,500 gift from Linda Silsby. Thank you so much. But Dr. Henry Raleigh, who bought one of the auction items earlier, gave a $1,000 gift. That is being matched by the board.
That's right. I saw the Manley family gave a $2,500 donation.
Stephen Humphreys gave $1,000. That has just been matched.
There you go. Ken Farmer opted to give at $1,000.
Sandy and Sean Heffernan gave $1,000. That is being matched.
Ronald Runyon gave a $2,500 gift.
Xiao Yen Wu gave $1,000, and if I'm not mistaken, she may have given it more than once, and she
Oh,
gave a
look at that.
$5,000 donation
She
as
gave
well.
$1,000 times 3. She gave a $5,000 gift. That's an $8,000 donation.
Unless she made a mistake.
Oh, no. No.
Kathy, she didn't. Kathy and John Connors gave $1,000. Every single one of these is being matched, ladies and gentlemen. Chuck, and go down a little bit more so I can see that. Chuck and Bryn Burkhalter gave $1,000. This is amazing.
And Patty, I see the name of Jim and Janet that opted to give. That is the Leonardo's family. They gave 2 donations of $1,000.
Michael and Molly Bear gave $1,000. Kathy and John Connors gave $1,000. This is fantastic,
right?
everybody.
Chuck and Brand Burkhalter gave $1,000.
Let's go all the way up to the top one more time. We have this amazing staff person who's
I
helping
saw
us.
the Bell family made a $30,000 donation in there that came in the bottom, and that's not part of our scripting. That's the Heart and Grace. I believe it was the Bell family at $30,000.
This is incredible. Right now, Janet Adamucci just came in again to give $1,000. Linda Silsby came in again to give $1,000. Charles Lamana gave $1,000. We are at $685,000.
Barbara Miller jumped in at $1,000
and that
as well.
doesn't even include the matches.
Right.
That doesn't even include, because all of those $1,000 donors are going to have their gift matched. Now, I'm going to tell you what 500. Patty, talk to us. Talk to us. I'm just too excited.
Yeah, right.
I'm excited, and I'm just doing exercises here. I'm just jumping out of my chair, but we're still not at goal. So, you know, we have a lot raised, but we're not there yet. So let's push this over the top.
Well, let's see. $765,000 is our articulated goal for this evening. We're at 686.
We can do this.
We can do this.
For $1 million. Let's go.
Let's go for $1 million. That is good thinking, Patty. Remember, we have an anonymous donor at $100,000 that's going to match 40 donations at $2,500. We have a board that is going to match every $1,000 gift. Like Paul English just gave $1,000 right now. That's going to be matched by the board.
Yeah, folks, your grace is going to make this happen. We are what, $70,000 shy of our target goal of $765,000. And you know, the power of us is going to show its strength, and we're going to reach that goal of $765,000.
I like what you did. It was the power of us is going to show its strength.
Right?
Did you see that, Patty? He's got a whole
needlepoint. That is in needlepoint.
We're at 686 now. A $500 gift. A gift at this level funds scholarships for Seattle Humane Education programs. Keep going. Let's see this, including kids' summer camps and Humane Teen Club. 687. Let's take it even higher, because Elaine Coles and Kelly Purcell just gave $1,000.
Right.
That will be matched.
Oh, I see another gift as well. Paul English jumped in and he opted to give $1,000. And think about this level of $500 and what this focuses on. That's our youth. That's our teens. And educating them of the gift of Seattle Humane and the animals that love us so dearly. So focus on this level of $500. If it's in your heart, push that button, and I see the scrolls are coming now, Kevin.
They are indeed. Elaine Coles and Kelly Purcell just gave another $1,000, folks. We're trying to get every single person to step up at the level that they can, and then a little higher if they can. This is a time in our country and in our community where we have such a level of challenge, such a level of broad spread suffering, and a sense of not knowing what's going on. One of the things that provides me the deepest sense of security in my life is coming down to my old Seattle Humane alum dog, and we have to say our brand new puppy, who's completely insane. But the Seattle Humane dog, this is a testament to this place, because he was angry. Patty, it's understandable, isn't it? The older dog.
Yeah. Not really. I think you can get them to get along. It's your intention.
He does, though. He loves her now. He absolutely loves her. Oh, Sandy Heffernan just gave $1,000. Janet Adamucci just gave another $1,000. She has given at least 2, maybe 3.
And I see Charles Lamana on this list as well at $1,000. So
these are all,
we're looking for 40 of you, and I'm guessing we're at 20 or better. And I think we can meet that number.
Matched, remember, we may not even be seeing the matches in there yet. Now, $250. Tell them what it is.
$250. A gift at this level helps provide essential services to pet families facing terminal illness, so they don't have to face the heartbreaking choice of caring for their pet or themselves. That's what $250 will do.
See, I imagine if I were watching, it would be maybe kind of like, I gave already. Oh, but my gosh, this is so inspiring. So inspiring that Suzanne Nelson just came in at $1,000. We have so many people coming in at $1,000. Sarah Terry just came at $250. Michelle Brown Roog came in at $250. $500 rather.
And you know what, Kevin and Patty? Look at that thermometer rise. Right now, we're sitting at $692,000. And I know this, the power of us will show its strength again, because 765 is our target. And we are about what, $72,000 from getting there. So,
but Barbara Wilkie and Lori Fraser just added $250 each, which is taking us further and further. Scroll up a teeny bit in my teleprompter so I can tell them what happens at $100, because keep going. Is it teeny? The other way. Take it. There you go. A little higher, a teeny bit higher. There we go. Now, the $250 level that Jeff just talked about, that was my bad for telling the teleprompter, these guys work so hard.
Right.
This is live, by the way.
This is live.
This is live.
Fine. A little to the left, a little to the right. Let's get it right.
Great. So at the $100 level, this is very, very important. We have a sponsor match at $35,000. There are more than 300 people watching, but if we get 350 people to give $100, even if you've already given, we will make $70,000. Bill Adamucci just made $2,500 contribution. Michelle and Paul Capilotto just gave a $1,000 gift. Both of those are matched. Thanks so much.
You know, Kevin, let me add this, that in the past several years, we have always taken the $100 level as a moment of our evening. We normally do it near the end because it is a moment that we honor our volunteers. So for those of you that have already given at whatever level or multiples of level, forgive me for asking you to consider it again. But this $100 level has two great purposes. It is where we focus on our volunteers to thank them for their countless hours. And trust me, we have an army of volunteers that cares for every animal within Seattle Humane. And so make that moment, this moment count, and let's honor those volunteers with that $100 gift if you could.
Adrienne Janice just came in with $100. And by the way, we're giving her a shout out for working so hard on this event. Deborah Weller just came in at a $100 gift. That's going to be matched by that generous, by those sponsors who are matching at $3,500. Look at all the gifts that are coming in.
Right, and forgive me for digressing, but let's go back to some of the $1,000 donations that we've seen some new donors.
Right there.
Colin Duffy chose to give a $1,000 gift. A new name on the screen is Michelle and Paul Capilotto.
You know what's not a new name? Jeanette Adamucci, because she gave at another $100 level.
Oh, goodness sakes. And that's saluting our great volunteers.
Gina Myers has already given. She gave $500 in addition. So many folks are coming in again. You guys, this is incredible. Let's see what our total is right now, because I think we are very close to $700,000, ladies and gentlemen. We are $1,500, just shy $1,500 short of $700,000.
Watch this here. You wait the next 20 seconds, Kevin. Our community is going to rise, and we're going to go right over that $700,000 gift.
Now,
ladies and gentlemen,
it's kind of arbitrary, but we're going to give a shout out to the person that takes us over to the $700,000 level. We are so close. Chris and Mike Bayless, Casey Christie just took us closer and closer. We're at $699. Is anyone get
Allison Reed
just happened? Casey Christie gave $1,000 and it took us over. And then Anthony Fernandez came in. You all thank us. Thank you. Thank us.
Isn't this neat? Patty, who would have ever dreamed we could do this virtually? And we could be in the moment. When you choose to make that button push by flexing that thumb, we actually see it come across our screen. We just saw a great gift from the Peterson family. The Borgman family opted to give.
We want to acknowledge Scott Fraser and Paul Englis, who gave a $10,000 gift earlier, ladies and gentlemen. It's amazing. People are running up and giving us these notices because it's so important. Patty, talk to us.
Yeah, Patty.
I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Can we just keep this going? Because I know people are so enthused about seeing that thermometer go up. Can we keep this going for a few more minutes? Because I feel you guys are rapping, and I think we just need to give it a little more.
Did you feel us rapping? I didn't feel us rapping.
No.
We're going into overtime right now because guess what? Julianne Ross and Paula Littlewood just came in with donations. People are wanting to keep going.
Right.
The Borgmans made another donation of $100. They had already made donations. Again, I'm going to repeat, folks, if we didn't mention your name, please don't think we don't love you. We do. We promise. We are so grateful for every donation that's coming in.
In fact, why don't we scroll down to the bottom and bring it back one more time? Kevin, let's just see if we have missed anybody. I see Paul Littlewood. Paula, thank you for that gift.
Oh,
Let's
look
go to
at
the
all
bottom.
the hundreds. Go a teeny bit slower for our fantastic group. Charles Lamana, thank you very much for your time.
Right.
Mary Sapp and Spencer Fraser for your $15,000 donation.
Alyssa Edwards gave it $250.
How
Thank you.
fantastic. Hillary and Tim Anderson for your donation. The Adamucci's have just gone over the top tonight. Bill and Sherry Picada and Mr. Darren Moffat. So grateful to you.
Wendy Knowlton is a name we haven't thanked in a proper fashion. Thank you, Whitney, for that $500 gift.
Gail A. Van Norman is one of the $2,500 gifts that are going to be matched. 40 of them will be matched.
And you know, I know we've already mentioned the Warjohn family, but just love the Warjohns. And
we love them.
You love them, don't you, Patty?
We love them so much.
We're so grateful for all of this,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. It's unbelievable. And they're going by so quickly that we can only mention Patricia Henderson and Roger Guy, do you think?
Guy, I would guess.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's a name. Sean Lawler opted to give. We got Lindsay McComb and Chad Coker
I'm
that
trying
gave
to
a
go for the
$500
names
gift.
that are definitely pronounceable. Michelle and
Okay.
Kyle Peltonen. Did I get? I don't know if I did. $10,000 gift. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Keep going down. Let's
So
keep
many
going.
people we should thank.
The Wenstrups, $25,000. Thank you so much. Stephen Humphreys, one of the $1,000 matches from the
Right.
board. He's going to every single $1,000 gift, including Ken Farmers, including Sandy and Sean Heffernan's, including all these. And look at these gifts from the Adamucci's. They have just
Right.
given over and over again tonight.
At several levels. Oh, there's a name we haven't thanked. That would be Mr. Gerald Swanson.
And
gave $1,500.
Mihoko Tanaka and Anthony Wright, $10,000. Leanne Weber, $10,000.
Oh, there's a $7,500 donation from Peter Segal and Heather Dolan.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Gerald Rodney Swanson, thank you very much. Sue and Brad Borgman have given so many times tonight.
Look
A $6,000 donation.
Oh man, Miss Mary Zimmer made a gift as well. Thank
Chris
you.
and Mike Bayless gave a $5,000 gift. Kelly and Ann Whitman gave a $5,000.
Wow.
Casey Christie, another gift. The Baylesses and the Christies, incredible. Paige and David Linton, $2,500 twice.
And see, that really shows the spirit of heart that is so graceful. And the fact that
Jason-
Linton's gave twice.
Jason and Amanda Stouffer, $2,500. That's matched. Jim and Janet Leonardo, $1,000 twice. Patty, talk to us.
Patty.
Okay, I just want to thank Linda Silsby too, because I keep hearing her name and we love her. And Casey Christie, so grateful for your leadership in this. And again, the Warjohns are coming to us from Sun Valley, and they're surrounded Bucky and Annie, Franny, and Rosie, all rescues. And God knows how many other rescues they have there as well. So they have their own compound there, all from Seattle Humane. So thank you.
Pet lovers are kind of a crazy group. You know this. They're a
That would be
little
me.
teeny bit insane, and this event always brings out such enthusiasm, so much excitement. There's an anonymous donor who just gave $2,500. The Ellen C.A. Palmer household just gave $1,000. Miss Laura Baumwell from Woodland Park Zoo. Oh my gosh, how exciting
Wow.
is that? Thank
How
you
is
so
that?
much. Jeff, let's keep this open for a bit,
Let's
but
do
let's
it.
go on to a few auction items because we have a grand total of about 7 left.
But before we leave, note the thermometer sitting now at $705,000 plus dollars. We are edging up at that number of 765, Patty. We're going to get there.
I just want to say that Lee Keller has just donated $250. She can't get on the site, but she says she's good for $250.
Oh,
That's
well
so
done.
fantastic. Good for her. Jeff, go ahead.
Okay, let's do so. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for your generous support, not only tonight, but throughout the year. You can continue making donations through this evening. So please consider giving. We're going to go off the air soon, but I ask you, as our community, let's meet that goal of 765. And I know we and the power of us can make that happen.
But first,
we
have items 4 through 7.
Oh, yeah, we
They're
sure
going to be
do.
closing quickly. Patty, talk to us.
Okay, items 4 through 7, but you can donate past this evening. I just want you to know we will never turn down a donation. Mwah. Item number 4 is date nights at Canlis. Now, who doesn't love to go to Canlis and be treated like that and feel so good about their great food and their fine wines for many nights in the coming year? So let's go to Canlis. Item number 4, gentlemen.
We've had some exciting bidding on this one already. Chris Weber, Sue and Brad Borgman are competing quite heavily right now. And Sue and Brad currently have the high bid at $4,000 of a $5,000 market value.
So they're sitting at 4. Sue and Brad are. So that would be a nudge to Chris Weber.
It would indeed.
That he or Chris Weber should consider bidding $4,500.
Let's go. Chris is a guy.
I kind of stuttered when I said that.
Yeah, let's go to item number 5.
Item number 5 is the coveted Leonetti Seller mailing list spot. You get to bump everybody and get on that list that nobody can get on. Item number 5, Leonetti.
Check this out. Look at that.
Oh, wow. I tell you, the bid opening this item at $1,500. That would be Penelope Worth, and she got us going. Then we received a bid at $2,250 for Dr. Suzanne G. Then $3,000 was met by Mr. Darren Moffat. And then our leader at this moment is at $3,700, and that is Laura Weeks.
And we are going to close all of these items in 3 minutes and not a second more. What is item 6, Patty?
Item 6 is your pet's image on the Maxmobile. You've seen the Maxmobile. It's so much fun. Have your pet's face on there. Item 6.
Oh my gosh, this is incredible. The bidding, I don't even know where it started, but we went from 10 to 20, 15 to 11 to 11, 5, 12. And the current leading bid is Jennifer Lakish.
Right.
And she's competing against Elaine Coles and Kelly Purcell. And there's also a bunch of other people in the mix right there. But Jennifer currently has the bid at $12,500. Let's go on to item number 7.
Let's do it.
$12,500.
Absolutely.
That's incredible. Item number 7 is a Bali paradise for 8, a luxury villa in Bali. Fishing, snorkeling, beach relaxation. This doesn't expire until September of 2022, so you've got a lot of time to plan for item number 7, Bali.
Okay, before I start talking about the dollar and the bidding, what I'd like to do is salute our great donor. The gentleman that gives this, his name is Scott, and he's very well known by our community. And those of us that have went on this Bali trip have absolutely loved the hospitality that they have shown. So, and the fact that it's stretched out to December 22 is worthy of your consideration.
Bali is feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, it feels like a place to be.
Really, really good. And we have Roanne Sellinger and Tabitha Lieberman and Colleen and Jeffrey Bell competing for this one. And Colleen and Jeffrey currently have the bid at just shy of $5,000, but it's a $7,500 value. Patty, this is our next group. We're going to give 2 minutes or less right now. Let's go back to item number 4 and see how that one is doing. Sue and Brad are still at $4,000. Let's go to the next item.
That's the date night at Canlis.
Exactly. And the next item, Patty, is what?
Leonetti Sellers, the mailing list.
And the bid sits right there.
On the Maxmobile.
Oh, perfect. So on the Maxmobile, we're sitting at $12,500, and that's Jennifer Lekish. She's sitting at in the lead spot. So make your bid count. We just got how much time left?
1
Kevin?
minute left, ladies and gentlemen. And our final one in this group is the high
Bali,
bid.
Bali for 8 people.
The Bali trip, and that's Colleen and Jeffrey Bell have it at $49.50. We're going to give you 45 seconds for each of these items. One more quick check.
Let's do
it.
it.
On number 4, Sue and Brad have it at $4,000. On number 5, again, Laura Weeks at $37.50. Number 6. Oh, now we've gone up to $13,500. Jennifer Lekish outbid the $13,000 bid from Elaine and Kelly. We're at $13,500 now. And the final one.
Now you kind of see how
Bali Paradise.
The Bali Paradise has gone up. At $54.50, Leanne Weber jumped in from left field. She hadn't been bidding, at least not several of the last bids. And we're less than a minute left for these four items.
And don't count out the Bell family, because Colleen and Jeffrey Bell were in second place, and they're coming back at you.
We're going to do one last quick check of all four, and then we're going to count it down. Sue and Brad.
Date night at Canlis, item number 4.
Sue and Brad have it at 4.
The Leonetti Seller mailing list spot, item number 5.
That is sitting on the top spot with Laura Weeks at $37.50.
That's item number 6, your pet's image on the Maxmobile.
That went now to $14,500 with Jennifer in the lead.
Woohoo! And item number 7 is the Bali Paradise for 8 people.
And like I said, Kevin, look at the Bell family responded. They bid $5,950. That puts Leanne Weber in the second spot. Let's make these last seconds
Those last
count.
2 counts. We got to go back to Leanne Weber just bid $6,450.
Oh, it's heating up on that
We're
item.
in the last 20 seconds of the bidding right now.
Oh, this is great.
Let's go to the Maxmobile right now and see one more on the Maxmobile. The Maxmobile is at $14,500 with Jennifer in the lead.
Right.
15 seconds left for these final bids. It's going to close on our mark.
Yep. And
13.
12.
11. Patty, take it.
10, 9, 9, 8, 7.
This is too exciting.
5.
Go slowly.
4, 3, 2, 1. And what about Bali?
They are closed. These 4 items are closed. Let's review who won them all. Sue and Brad Borgman, you guys are going to Canlis. Thank you for your donation.
Right. And the next item was
the Leonetti Cellars.
Thank you. The Leonetti Cellars was purchased by Laura Weeks for $3,750. Thank you.
Well done.
Max Mobile.
$14,500. Jennifer, thank you so much for your incredible bidding. And Elaine and Kelly, well done to try to outbid her.
And the Bali Paradise.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that heat up.
It went to $69.50.
Sure did. Colleen Jeffrey Bell sitting in the lead spot with Leanne Weber thinking about pushing the button one more time.
Okay, I know. I didn't think live auctions could be as exciting as this online, but it is actually. It is. This brings us to our final group of the evening. We will be closing these 4 final items in just a few minutes. So to keep your bidding going on, Patty, what do we have?
Is there anything else about Bali that we should know at all?
I think there's something else we should know about it, but we're going to say it later.
Oh, silly me. Okay.
Patty?
So items 8 through 11 will be closing very soon. Here we go with item 8. WSU veterinary student for a day. And that's what Mary Snap was talking about. Spending a day at Seattle Humane learning the basics of veterinary medicine in the state-of-the-art teaching hospital that we have set up there.
Look at that.
Oh, okay, all you Cougar fans, show your support, would you please? We had the opening bidding of $1,500 by Francis Williams. Then we had $1,750 from Maria Bridge. Then $2,000 was Casey Christie supporting us. And then $2,250 is our lead spot with Miss Bridge.
I love that that's going to go for $2,250 and more. We know it's going to go more than that. Let's hear the next item, item 9, Patty.
Item 9 is a Palm Springs warm stay. 3-night stay in that beautiful warm vacation property with your own pool, putting green. 8 people can be accommodated for this.
That is fantastic.
Wow.
Check that out right now.
Look at that.
The value, we've gone past the value because people are so excited both about this item and about donating. Thank you to Connie and Alexis and Rochelle and John and the other John and Rochelle and John again. And Rochelle Morrison currently has it at $4,000. What is item number 10, Patty? This is an exciting one.
This is going to go through the roof, a special brick image in the shelter walkway. Look at that. Your pet's image featured on the sidewalk, right smack dab in front of Seattle Humane's Adoption Center. It's permanent, it's an installed paver, and this you can only get here at Tuxes and Tails.
Very exciting. Again, folks, we only have a couple minutes left for these 3 items and one more, but this currently has an anonymous bidder outbidding Suzanne Nelson, who is very competitive at $7,000. What is item 11, Patty?
It's a week in provincial France for 8 people in the land of sunflowers and medieval castles in a private maison. This trip doesn't expire until August 31st of 2022. So you've got time for this vacation. Let's go.
That's right.
C'est magnifique. What is our bidding at, Jeff?
Oh, the bidding started at $2,750, and that was by Penelope Worth. And then we had a $3,250 bid by Roanne Sellinger, sitting in our lead spot.
4 items. These are the last 4 items. You have less than 2 minutes to complete this bidding. Quickly, let's go back to the first of those last 4, which is the Maria Bridge leading in the veterinary medicine vet for a day at WSU. Go to the next one.
Palm Springs, the Palm Springs stay.
Lots of bidding here. We see names we haven't seen. John Ostmeyer bid several times on this item, but Rachel Morrison sits in the lead spot at $4,000.
Number 10.
It's the brick image in the shelter walkway.
That is currently at $10,000. $10,000, outbidding Charles Lamanna, who is really in the thick of it right now, who has bid several times. And the last item, item number 11, is
a week in provincial France for 8 people.
Wow. And the fact that you have not only you have the remainder of this year, but 2 more summers to go, you can stretch this out and go 2022 if you like. The bid sits at $3,250. Rowan Sellinger sits in the lead spot.
We have 60 seconds left for all of these items. I know it doesn't sound like much, but if you're furiously bidding, you can do this in the next 60 seconds. Again, the veterinary vet for a day, veterinary vet, is that redundant?
The veterinary vet would be redundant.
For a day.
Veterinary for a day. Maria Bridge has it at $2,250. Let's go to 9.
Palm Springs stay.
And this Palm Springs has got a lot of action. And we're sitting with Rochelle Morrison in the lead spot with an auto bid at $4,000.
45 seconds left in this. Let's go to number 10, Patty.
It's the brick image in the shelter walkway.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, there is a great name we love and love.
Patty Barrier has it currently at $12,000. There's 30 seconds left.
Yeah, but don't count out Charles Lamanna. He's coming back in on that item. He's grabbing his bid device right now.
Jeff, keep going with those last 25 seconds. I have to check with something.
Okay, please do. Oh.
8 people.
Okay, so here we are on the final item of that group, which was, well, we've already mentioned Rowan sitting at $3,250, and we got great bidding activity that's going on here. So let's continue to make it happen, because remember, the power of us is going to gather together to raise $765,000. If it can be done, we're going to do it.
I think we have 15.
We got 15 seconds.
14, Patty, 13, 12, 11, and
10.
Yep.
9.
Yep.
8.
Yep.
7.
Yep.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closed out, and we love you.
Okay, now
Thank
we're going to
you.
review. Patty,
do
we're
it.
going to review these bidding because we want to see something. Something important, I think, has just happened. Let's see item number 8.
Item 8.
That's Maria Bridge.
That's
Buying the item.
She's veterinary student.
All right, thank you, Maria Bidge. You bought that item for $2,250. Thank you.
Who's going to Palm Springs?
That would be Rachel Morrison.
Rochelle Morrison, thank you very much. I want to jump to the last one, if we could go to the last one, which is
Provincial France.
Provincial France has been won by Roanne Sellinger at $3,250. And go back now to the number 10, because this is the final one. And Patty Barrier bought that at $14,000. But Patty Payne, I have something to tell you.
Oh no, oh no.
Jeannie,
it's good.
Patty Barrier and Jeannie Nordstrom bought this together in honor of you and Angel. And I knew this was going to make you cry, and it's making me cry now, because this is what the love is for you, my dear. Thanks a lot, Patty and Jeannie. You just ruined her makeup. You thoroughly ruined her makeup.
There goes the makeup.
There it goes.
Thank you guys so much. Angel thanks you from dog heaven. She does. She's right here with us, and she thanks you so much.
There's a lot of love in the room right now, ladies and gentlemen. And Jeff, we have a couple of cool announcements right now about this. Take that.
Oh, I'd love to. Okay, for those of you that bid on the Bali package, and I mentioned Scott Swenson is a great donor, as well as the other package that was travel abroad, which was Provincial France package. We have permission to sell these trips a multiple of times, Kevin.
At the level that they sold at.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
That's
okay.
the level that they sold at, exactly.
Perfect.
Confirm for me, that's exactly right. So if you go to those items, take a look at the catalog and just refresh those items, and you can go to either of these two places at that same level. So Colleen and Jeffrey got it, but Leanne, you can take it. Tabitha, you can take it. Roanne, you can take it as well to go there in the same spot, which is the Bali trip.
And let me add that I don't think they have to do this within the next 30 seconds to buy these two multiple items. It'll be open throughout this evening if you want to make that choice and join us by going to France or Bali.
Same thing in France, Roanne, you took it, but Penelope, Worth, Janice, you can go there as well.
So let's take advantage of the grace of our great donors, Patty. Shall we?
We have one final item, Patty.
Okay, so the final item is the Seattle Humane Pet for the Year, otherwise known as the cover calendar.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm so excited about that because your pet is going to be receiving a personal photography session at your home, and you will receive a full digital library. A selected photo will be featured on Seattle Humane's calendar and will be displayed for 1 full year in the adoption center on the new Pet of the Year wall.
Now,
so how exciting is that? Let's start bidding on that.
Well, the bidding has been going for quite some time.
It started,
and it is a furious competition between Elaine Coles and Kelly Purcell, who have been bidding so generously all night long, and Frank
Brees has showed a lot of love and support. Look at he's bid 10, 11, 13, and 15. So he's bid 4 different times he has.
But Elaine and Kelly are currently sitting at $17,000, and we're going to give these two and anyone else that wants to jump in, because this is always a hugely exciting item. 45 seconds left.
This is the item that always gets us excited.
I just made that 45 seconds up. We're doing it on ourselves, but we think there might be more excitement and more enthusiasm on this. Maybe Frank, maybe somebody else, but Elaine, and Kelly currently have it at $17,000.
And it isn't over yet. So let's plateau. Let's plateau that $20,000 level on the cover, on the calendar cover, if you would. So Frank, let me give you a nudge to consider bidding again at $18,000 because the power of us is showing its strength. But if you'll join us by leading and bidding again at 18, we'd appreciate your support.
Let's refresh that, see if we have anyone that's gone any higher than that.
Yep, let's
Here we
do
go.
so.
We are still at 17 for 30 seconds left, 30 seconds. And yep, we're still at 17, 30, 20 seconds and 15 seconds.
Yep, 15 seconds. This is the moment that counts.
$17,000 is an incredibly generous bid. Frank or anybody else, you have 10 seconds left to make your final bid. Patty, count us down on this last item.
10, 9.
Stop sniffing.
7. Here's Angel's picture.
I know. Angel.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out.
Congratulations, Elaine and Kelly. Thank you so much for your generosity. And Patty, we are so happy that you're with us. You're such a bright light. You really are.
That's so wonderful. Honestly, Judy Nordstrom just texted me and said, happy birthday. What a birthday present.
Oh, and by the way, folks, in our Raise the Paddle, in our appeal tonight, we are at nearly $720,000.
We sure
Bronwyn
are.
and Stephen Mitchell-Mord gave. Frank Brees, who was just donating so generously, gave 2 $2,500 donations. Incredible. 3.
Incredible.
That's incredible. You know, one of the
Wow.
packages that was sold is the special brick image in the shelter walkway, which is an incredible way to memorialize a beloved pet. This item is only sold at Tuxes and Tails, but you can still immortalize your pet with an inscribed brick or a paver as part of Seattle Humane's famous Brick and Pavers campaign, which is running right now. If you take another look at your catalog, you'll see an item there for brick and another item for pavers, and these will remain open for purchase. You can just go there and get it until Wednesday. I'm signing off, ladies and gentlemen. What a pal he is of mine, and what a pal of so many nonprofits in our region. Jeff Stokes, I'm thanking you. Kevin Joyce with Enjoy Productions. I love you, Patty Payne. I love Seattle Humane. Thanks so much for being with us.
Oh, Kevin, thank you. Thank you for your great spirit. As always, it's a pleasure to gather with you all, even though virtually, and working together with the power of us to raise significant support for Seattle Humane tonight. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
It's been such a pleasure to be here with you guys. You're such pros. I love being on stage with you. I love being anywhere with the two of you. So thank you. And to everybody that's been in the audience, hundreds and hundreds of you, we thank you for your amazing generosity. And thank Seattle Humane for the work that they do that brings us all together and gives us such enthusiasm to help the animals that we so love. As a pet parent, I'm so grateful to every one of you who support this cause. And before you all go, our co-chairs for the night, John Wedstrup and Mary Snap, are going to tell us what you have done. John? Oh, Mary. Okay.
Everyone, the only thing better tonight would have been if we could have had a Nordstrom cat. But I am really excited to announce that we have raised $924,260. Thank you so much all for your generosity. There's applause in the room. We are so excited to have done this live tonight, and we hope to see you next year. I think it's May the 8th. May the 8th. May the 8th, 2022. Thank you and good night.
We love you.
Bye, Patty.
Rocky, love you all.
Thank you all again for joining us.
Good
this
night,
evening.
everybody.
This year has presented unique challenges for all of us, and the generosity of this community has been inspiring over the last 4 months, both through T-shirt and Tails over the summer, and now another extremely successful Tuxes and Tails. Thank you for your ongoing support for Seattle Humane. Now, we hope to see all of you in person at the Hyatt Regency Bellevue for Tuxes and Tails 2021. So mark your calendars and save the date, May 8th. Thank you again. Stay safe, hug your pets, and good night.
Oh.